Pulling up and you know I'm swerving. Bad bitch, but you know I'm curving. Run it up like a nigga earning. Gotta check, now a nigga smurfing. Pull up in a rose, now she wanna roll. Everybody talking, but they coming to the shows. Pull up in a rose, now she wanna roll. Everybody talking, but they coming to the shows.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So guys, for today's video, I was like, I'm bored, so why not get ready with me? So grab your makeup, grab whatever you want to get, grab your snacks, get your wine, get your tea, and let's get into the video. So the first thing I like to do before anything is put some Vaseline on the lips, because for some reason, every time I'm filming, every time I'm getting ready to film, my lips are always dry. So I just need to put it on, and I'll put a lot on, so I know I'm going to be looking a bit crazy. Right, so the next thing I'm going to do is prime my face using the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Matte Base, because your girl gets oily all the time, and especially underneath all these lights, it can get a little bit greasy. So once I've applied that, we're going to move into the eyebrows first of all. This one gives me the most stress, so fingers crossed I do them and they're not looking shambolic. I'm going to be taking the Unbelievabrow from L'Oreal Paris, and this is like a really good dupe for the Wonder Brow, because like I said, in many of my videos, your girl ain't got money like that. Right, so that's the first layer done. You're probably looking at me thinking, who is Dracula? But trust me, I always like to do them a little bit crazy at first, because then it just allows me to really sculpt and use my artist skills. I've got a lot of L'Oreal Paris stuff, so L'Oreal, if you're watching this, sponsor me. So anyway, I'm taking my L'Oreal Paris Infallible More Than Concealer in the shade 341 Mocha. I'm going to use that to tidy up these fat, crazy ass brows. Quarantine has been quite nice to me. In a sense, one, I love my own company. Honestly, I could chat to myself all day. It's probably not healthy, but you know what? Who's gonna stop me? Who gonna check me? Who gonna check me? Who gonna check me? Who gonna check me? I haven't been finding it too bad, and ever since you know, really doing my research with YouTube and taking it seriously, I've been editing, researching, planning collaborations. If you haven't watched my collaborations with that girl Asia, it was 5 things I wish I knew before starting YouTube. Go and check it out. I will leave the link down below. Yeah, because that's a really helpful video. If you guys want an in-depth brow routine, make sure to leave a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up and I will know to do that for you guys. Right, so now I've done like the outline and the main bit of my eyebrows, I'm gonna go into my face. I don't have the energy or the mental capacity to put on eyeshadow today. But if you guys want to see like a full glam look, once again let me know and I will do that for you guys. I tend to go between 2 different shades. So I'm using the Maybelline New York Fit Me foundation in the shade 365 and 364, as you can see, and I like to just mix it up. One's like my winter shade, and then the other one's more like my summer spring shade. I'm taking this brush first of all, and then I like to kind of blend it into my skin. A lot of the time people just go straight in with a brush or a beauty sponge, but I feel like that soaks up a lot of your product. And like I said, your girl is trying to make the most of every single piece of, you know, makeup, especially now when, what's it called, lockdown. If I run out of foundation, it's a wrap for the YouTube channel. Yeah, so I kind of just brush it in, but I don't really, you know, mix it up too well, because if you look at my face now, it's not even. But then I'll go in with this brush, which is from Revolution Pro, and then I'll start actually blending in, and it gives you like a really nice mattified finish, and it kind of melts the skin into the face. Make sure you blend on the edges, mix it up into the hairline, because I'm not trying to see no freaking line of where your hairline starts and the freaking foundation begins, like no. So now that's done, let's move on to contouring and highlighting. I'm once again gonna take my L'Oreal Paris Infallible Modern Concealer in the shade 139. I would get this a shade lighter or 2 shades lighter actually, but once again it's quarantine and your girl's broke, so we're gonna have to make do with what we have. I'm just gonna put that underneath my eye. Boom, 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 boom. And then sometimes if I'm feeling a little bit cheeky, I take my MUA concealer in the shade 186. Once again, if I could, I'd get it lighter. And then I'll just highlight that as well, so it's just a little bit more of a contrast and definition. And we're just gonna dab and blend. Once that's done, I need to go straight in with my L'Oreal Paris Too Much Powder. This is the shade Cocoa. It looks really, really light, but this is the perfect shade for highlighting. And I like to use a little dense brush. I would say be careful not to pack it on too much, even though I'm doing like small dabs to really push it into the skin so that it's looking like skin and not one big greasy mess or one powdery mess. But you don't want to rub it in, and you don't want to like pack loads and loads of powder onto your brush and then stick it in, because then you'll just be looking like a fluff ball and it's not cute. No one wants to be seeing it, even if you're in quarantine and it's only going to be you. Don't do yourself dirty and don't push the powder in and put excessive amounts on. Now I'm going to go in with contour. Now I have a weird contour thing because I don't own a contour palette. Never have, and I probably never will, to be fair. What I do use is the Matte Poreless Fit Me Maybelline Foundation in the shade 380, which is a darker shade. The reason why I bought this was because when I went to Mallorca, I was like, your girl's really dark, and I didn't have time to try on the foundation, so I literally just bought it. And the whole of Mallorca, I was like, I can't wear this. This is not my shade in any way, shape, or form. So I was looking like I was doing blackface. That's how bad it was. So now, instead of spending loads of money, or spending any money, I just use this as my contour. So I kind of just dab only a little bit. You're probably going to be thinking this way, you need a lot more, but trust me, you don't want to get hype and go too overboard. Contour always used to scare me because whenever I did it, I was looking a whole bloody mess. I was just looking very patchy. So now I get to use this dense brush, and I like to start blending it in. Once again, blend it pan the hairline. Do not try. I don't get why people get all weird about their hair and their brushes mixing. Like, it's still part of your face and your scalp. I like to bring it right the way down, but obviously you do you, boo. When it comes to the nose, I like to be really, really careful. And sometimes I'll use this brush if I've cleaned it. I haven't, but who cares? To start it off, and then I'll go in with this, because if I've done all of my face, the whole thing is covered in foundation. So if I go straight away in with it, I'm just going to get a blotch bit, and it's not cute at all. No one wants to see it, no one's here for it, so I'm not going to do it. So now to set it, and also to add more depth in certain areas, I will then use my eyeshadow palette. It's this palette from Revolutions. I will use the shade Brownies to go in with it. And to be fair, so it's literally the perfect shade for me. So first of all, I kind of push it into the skin like this. And then when I'm confident that I haven't got too much, then I'll start to play it. And then what I'll do is I'll tend to keep going back into it slowly, slowly. The area that you probably want to be most careful with is the forehead, because you see right now it's just a line and it's not cohesive at all. It's like concealer, contour. We don't want that. We want it to be nicely blended in. So what I do is I like to start going into the hairline and then slowly bring it down. And then I'll sometimes do a few circular motions as well. But I'm not going in with too much force as well. Don't be digging into the hair, proceeding. If I drop one more thing, I'm gonna lose it. If I drop one more thing, I'm gonna lose it.
I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it.
So now that I've done my highlighting and my contour, I will set my face. And to set my face, I'm using the Shake and Glow Spray Illuminizing Setting Spray from L'Oreal Paris. I do like to go a little bit overboard. So as you can see, literally from me doing that, I'm looking a lot more dewy, a lot more alive, and the skin is looking more just that. It's just looking like that, really. So I'm now gonna go in to my eyes. I don't actually tend to do much with my eyes for my everyday makeup look. We're just gonna do a wing, which is something I have learned how to do very, very well, infamously, over the years. So that's my wing. I love wings so much. Like, I just think it transforms everything. It just brings out the eyes. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. If you are, make sure you do subscribe, press the like button, comment down below what you think and other videos you'd like to see. So once I've applied my winged eyeliner and it's gone well, I have a little bit of a moment where I'm a bit gassed. Then I have quite small almond shaped eyes. So what I like to do is I do like to open them up a little bit. So I'll take a white crayon. For example, I'm using the MUA one. It's literally like £1 or £1.50, something like that. And I'll just put that in my waterline. I'm looking a little bit crazy right now. That is because when I did apply it, it did go a little bit into the lower lash line. So be careful if you are going to apply anything in the waterline. Make sure it is the waterline and not actually underneath your lash line. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my mascara and I'm just going to do my upper lashes, and I'll do my bottom lashes as well. And when I do that, you'll see that it will begin to kind of tone down a little bit, and so it's not like raw in your face. If I still think it's a little bit too crazy, what I will do is I'll just take this, and this has got like loads of built up foundation and concealer that I've been using over time, and I'll just go underneath the lashes and then I'll just clean it up. So now if you have a look at me, it's looking a lot more toned down and more natural. Obviously it's white eyeliner, so it's not gonna be super natural, but it's giving me like a nice dull effect and opening up the eyes a little bit. I live. If I'm feeling a little bit saucy, I will add a little bit of blush just on the apples of my cheeks to really add some colour. I don't own blush, so what I would normally do is take my big fat blush powder brush, and then I would take something like sweet and sour or cheesecake, and I would just dab ever so slightly, knock off most of it, and then apply. And then we will go into highlighter. I don't own a highlighter. I did, but every time, like I used to use the MUA Golden Afterglow. Honestly, favourite highlighter of all time, but it kept cracking and I just couldn't find it, and I can't find it anywhere in the shops. So that sell the exact same one. I go in with the same eyeshadow palette, and I use this golden colour called LA Sun, and it's super pigmented. So what I'll do is I'll take my little brush, and what I like to do is I like to press because this isn't a highlighter brush, I'll press my thumb into it to bring it out as a fan. I'll go along on the outer side of the colour, and then ever so slightly, gently apply the highlighter. And I kind of like to buff it in baby circles as well. And then, if for example it's too much or I'm not liking how I've distributed it, I'll just go with it normally and give it a nice little buff. Then we'll do the same thing with my nose. I don't really like to go into my eyebrows. I kind of think that's just a little bit too much, but you can as well. It's entirely up to you. So now I've got 2 more steps left. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove my lip balm. So I like to use 2 lip liners. I like to use this one. I have no idea where this one is from because I've used it so much. I don't have a tag or anything. And then I like to use my Intense Lip Liner from MUA in the colour Obsessions. And what I like to do is I go in with this one first. And this is literally like a dark, dark, dark brown lip liner. Then I go in with Obsessions, and I kind of go over it and then slightly more into my lips. Once I've done that, you can use your Vaseline or you can use any clear gloss. I'm using the MUA Plumping Lip Gloss. It's actually basically finished because I've used this religiously, like I love this so much. And then you just apply. And then last but not least, I will go back in with the setting spray to just seal it all in. Once you've done that, you are done, and that is my everyday makeup routine during quarantine, when we get out of quarantine, whenever I want to do makeup and I can't be asked to do a lot, this is my go-to makeup look. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. I would love for you guys to join the family. If you are still watching, shout out to you. You are a real one. I love you guys so, so, so much, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.
I heard the man say one day I don't play from Monday to Sunday. I heard the man say one day I don't play from Monday to Sunday.